What up, everybody? DJ Caroline Demore here, and sitting right in front of me is the one and only Elan Atias. Did I say it right?
Yeah, of course.
Atias.
Sounds good.
Elan, often just known as Elan, and sometimes he gets both names.
Yes.
What up? Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You are the front man for the Wailers.
Yeah.
How does that even, occur?
Yeah,
You were in the place of Bob Marley in the Wailers.
yeah.
So tell me how that happened.
Many years ago, just being in the right place at the right time.
Seriously?
Fell into it. I was, a little kid right out of high school, and I was 19, and I met Al Anderson, the guitarist, the lead guitarist who played with Bob, and just so happened Junior Marvin, who had just left the band. He was the other guitarist who Bob was in Bob's band, and when Bob passed away, Junior was singing, but then Junior left. And in 96, he left, and then that's when I stepped in. They needed a new singer, and I didn't have to try out or anything. It was just me and Al worked on a record together, and then he asked me, yo, you want to come? He saw this resemblance
In
our voices, and what I was trying to do then with music. It was like a hybrid of like Shabba meets Maxi Priest and Bob Marley. Like all those three at that time, I just mashed them together. And
So here's my question. Were you not so nervous to step into those shoes?
crazy big shoes. Yeah. Honestly, it was the first band I ever played with.
Whoa.
Ever getting on stage with. I never did a sound check, never did a rehearsal, never did anything. And I got up in front of 6,000 people just off the memory of being a big fan as growing up, listening to the music, listening to the records. And the only thing I was really scared of, I wasn't scared of the crowd. I wasn't scared. I didn't have any stage presence. I stood there. I was 19. The rest of the guys were like my dad's age.
Your voice was this raspy at 19?
Yeah. I always thought it was maybe from the herb or whatever, or smoking. But it ended up, I found out I watched some old videos as a kid, and my dad, I was talking to my dad in one of the videos, and I try to push him in the pool, and I'm like, you push me in. And I had this at the age of 7 or 6. And so I was like, oh, I guess I've had it my whole life. But I ended up doing that show, and the only thing I was scared of was getting the lyrics right, making sure I knew all the lyrics, because I knew everybody, all the Bob Marley fans know word for word everything, right. and it's like the holy grail,
And they
everybody
see this
knows.
new kid standing in that holy place.
And for years I got oh, he must be one of Bob's whiteys. I was
Whiteys.
one of Bob's whiteys, but no, and people thought I was one of his kids, or long lost kid that nobody knew about, because Bob had so many kids, and the next thing you know, I was on tour with them for years.
Now your voice has just been appearing all over the place. The most random genres, from working with my favorite, Gwen Stefani, all the way to Carlos Santana and Kenny Chesney.
Yeah.
How does that even happen? And first of all, it's very hard, as everybody knows, to cross over and not have people think it's kind of strange.
Pigeonhole you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for some reason, you've been able to do it as, from country to, now with Snoop Lion.
Yeah.
You got a new track with that. So how do you think you've been able to do that?
Well, the transitions for me are very natural, because I always say no one just listens to one style of music.
Right.
So you can look in my iPhone, my music catalog is just all over the place.
Right.
It's kind of like how my brain is ADD. So I'm all over the place. So my music is the same way. And that's why it's effortless for me. Now, the powers that be always try to, like I said, try to pigeonhole you and make you, oh, he's only a reggae artist, or oh, he's only in hip hop, or he's only EDM, or he's only this. And that's what he's good for. And I think that's wrong, and it's very it limits people, and there's no creativity. You have to be insane. You can't be just normal. Normal is there's no creativity. So to me, it was effortless. Convincing the people, you got to do it. And then that's what I did. I just do it, and then it happens.
Right. So, and now you're on this Snoop Lion track.
Snoop Lion thing with Major Lazer.
With Major Lazer. Very, very cool. Let's talk about that a little bit.
I was working with the guys, with Wes, Diplo, and Switch. And they gave me a track. I wrote to it, and it was supposed to be for their album, for the Major Lazer record. And it ended up, they were executive producing the Snoop record, the new Snoop record, and they played it for him. And he loved the song so much, he's like, I want this on my album. So that's how it happened.
There you go.
Really, really quick and straight to the point. That's how it happened, and it was cool. And I love the track. And it, compared to all the other ones, it's very more electronic than the rest of the album. The rest of the album is more reggae, dancehall, kind of hip hop a little bit.
And download his music.
Yes.
He's very inspirational to us all. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Pleasure.